Well, it is beyond shocking, all this. The idea that a guy is supposed to be in, this is the whole point of peer reviewing. It's supposed to be independent. And somebody is stuffing your mouth with gold. I mean, £800,000 is not nothing, right? And you are actually in the payroll of City Hall. And actually, this was reported even earlier in the week, that when you analyse the way that he gets scientists to support them, all the scientists who support him are on his payroll. But have you seen tonight that what's happening to all those ULEZ cameras? Did you see in the London Borough of Bromley, and it's just been revealed just now, that 81% of those cameras have now been damaged? And 81% the London Borough of Bromley, which is the biggest borough of the capital. And the other thing, a third of all ULEZ cameras have been damaged across London. This is a really serious political and actually police issue. I mean, what is going to happen? Are they all going to be destroyed? And what is Khan going to do about it? Is he going to say, I accept it? I'm just going to say I made an error. London is not behind me. I'm going to wait until after the next election. Or is he going to simply keep repairing these cameras till the bill goes off the dial? I am not in favour of them being destroyed. But Londoners who are paying the price for this political decision, they are making a decision. They are damaging those cameras. And totally. I don't see how it's resolved.
Totally. And again, Kelvin, this is one of those stories where there's a real disconnect between the mainstream media coverage of the story and actually what real people are feeling. But, you know, we give both sides of the story here on GB News, Kelvin. So a spokesman for Sadiq Khan has said over the Imperial story that Dr. Fuller is a world-leading academic looking at air pollution who also serves as an expert advisor to the government. Any suggestion that Dr. Fuller is anything but an independent expert in his field is nonsense. Now, look, elsewhere, Kelvin, I want to move on to the story about Jeremy Clarkson. And bosses at Amazon Studios have said they were, quote, shocked and disappointed by his controversial Sun newspaper column on Meghan Markle, but ultimately made the decision to continue his hit show, Clarkson's Farm. So this is their executive, Fawzia Khan, speaking at the Edinburgh TV Festival in front of a whole load of lovies, saying there's lots of conversations going on, but I think the thing that I want to say is that the show is so much bigger than Clarkson. It's a really good show. I mean, Kelvin, what on earth is she talking about? This show is called Clarkson's Farm. It is the Jeremy Clarkson show.
Right. Well, she clearly hasn't watched it, because if you watch it, the whole interaction, whether it's with Caleb or with the best star in it of all, is the guy who speaks in this Cotswold accent that nobody can understand, and Clarkson finds it hilarious. All of it is interactions between Clarkson and other people. No Clarkson, no show. No Clarkson, no hit. And the truth about the matter is, right now, Amazon, it's going down the tube anyway on this TV. I don't know whether you ever watch it. The only thing worth watching on Amazon right now is Clarkson. Clarkson, in his own way, you know, you can have any view you like about Clarkson, but this is a bloody funny show. And in some respects, that one that's being shown right now is the best so far. So I'm afraid that Miss Khan should actually spend a little more time watching her own output and a little less time giving her views to a collection of TV has-beens in Edinburgh.
But isn't this what's so pathetic now, Kelvin? You're not even allowed to make a mistake. I mean, come on, Clarkson was hauled over the coals. You know, he had international disgrace over this con. He could not have apologised harder. Come on, we have to move on. Let the guy make his show. Stop slagging him off. You're his boss. You know, if you want to show his show, you either stand by him now or you axe him. And there's a very clear decision there.
Right. Well, the truth about the matter is they've got nothing to replace Clarkson with. That's the reality. They've just lost the tennis, by the way. That's all gone to Sky, right? If they lost Clarkson, you might as well give up watching Amazon Prime. They charge for everything else. basically. So Clarkson is the only, quotes, free bit that you get along with your parcels. The woman is talking rubbish. She's in the wrong game. If she thinks there's a lot more to this show than Clarkson, there isn't. And the whole point, the reason they paid him so much money is because he attracts a massive audience, because he is a fantastic performer. Whether it's, after all, single-handedly, he reworked Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Nobody was watching the damn thing. Hadn't even been on air for about a decade or so. And ITV won't be dumping him either from that, because he is talent, and talent is worth indulging. Sadiq Khan, get real and get out.
It's a good message. But look, this is what they do. This is what they do with the stars that are too big to cancel, like J.K. Rowling. They do all the rhetoric, to make it look as if they won't. But actually, when it comes down to a business decision, I think you're right. They won't sack Clarkson, because if they did, there'd be a million other people who would be prepared to pick up that show or fund it in another way.
Including GB News.
Indeed. He'd be very welcome here.